This video is the one where I'm going to do your math pages with you. So go ahead and make sure you have your math pages in front of you. The one we're beginning at should look like this. And you will need a pencil and a crayon. Actually, two different color crayons. Okay, let's look at number 1. We have a 1 and a 4. Now we need to figure out which number is bigger, which number is greater than. If I'm counting, does 4 come before or after 1? Which number comes first? 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 1 to begin with. The number I said last was number 4. So number 4 is greater than number 1. Go ahead and circle number 4. Now, it wants us to tell how we know 1 is less than 4. How we know 4 is greater than 1. So we are going to draw pictures. I changed to red, and I'm going to draw 1 red balloon for number 1. Because there's only 1, so I'm only drawing 1 red balloon. Now, I need to draw some blue balloons for number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I look at my pictures, I can see there's more blue balloons than there are red. So 4 is greater. Over here we have a 3 and a 2. It wants us to tell how we know that, it wants us to tell which number is less than the other one. So we're comparing our 2 and our 3. Which one do you think is less than the other one? Think of when we count 1, 2, 3. Remember, the less than number is the one we say first. Did we say 2 first, or did we say 3 first? We said 2 first, so 2 is our less than number. We are going to put an X through the number 2. Again, it wants us to draw pictures to tell how we know. So since I still have my red crayon in my mouse, I'm going to go ahead and draw my 2 red balloons for number 2. Then I'm going to change colors, and this says 3, so I'm going to draw 3 red balloons or circles over here for 3. And now when I look at it, I can tell there's less red ones than there are blue ones. The red ones are a smaller number. So that's how I know that 2 is less than 3. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and we are going to go to the next page. Now here, we have to do this one without them drawing the pictures for us. We have to use our brains to figure this out. Look at number 3. Right here, number 3. We need to look at the 5 and the 3. And we have to tell which number is greater than the other number. Which number do you think it will be? Do you think the 3 or the 5 is greater? Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which number did we say last? We said 5 last, so 5 would be greater because 5 comes after 3. So we're going to circle 5. Go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then come back and resume it. So we have to draw pictures to tell how we know 5 is greater than 3. So since I still have my blue crayon, I'm going to draw 5 dots. Then I'm going to switch to my red one. And this is the number 3, so I'm going to draw 3 dots down here. When I look at the picture, I can tell that I have more blue dots than I do red dots. So I know 5 really is greater than 3. Look at the next one. After you pause the video and draw your dots, look at the next one. We have a 2 and a 2. Are those numbers the same or are they different? They're the same, aren't they? They are both number 2. Do you remember what we call it when the numbers are the same? Is it greater than, is it less than, or is it equal? If the numbers are the same, they are equal. Since these numbers are the same, we are an equal. We're going to draw a circle around both of those. We still have to tell why we know they're equal. How do we know they're equal? So for this number 2, we're going to draw 2 dots. For this number 2, we're going to draw 2 dots. When I look at the picture, they both have 2 dots. They have the same number of dots, so I know they are equal. Let's look at number 5. Now, instead of drawing a circle around the greater number, we have to put an X on the number that is less than, the number that is smaller. So we have 0 and we have 1. We're going to compare these numbers. In other words, look at them each and see if they're the same or if they're different. The 0 and the 1 are definitely different. Since they're different, we know they are not equal. They're not the same. 1 is smaller and 1 is bigger. The smaller one is less than the bigger one. Let's see, when I start counting, I usually start with the number 1. Does anyone remember what 0 means? 0 means none. We don't have any of something. So is it smaller to have none of something or to have 1 of something? It's smaller to have none, correct? So we are going to put an X on the 0 because it's the smallest. 0 is less than 1. Now let's draw our pictures to show how we know that. The 0, how many are we going to draw out here for 0? How many dots? We're not going to draw any, are we? Because we don't 0 means none. And for 1, how many dots are we going to draw? We're going to draw 1 dot. So we can see that 0 is less than 1 because we didn't draw anything for 0. Let's look at number 6. We have 4 and we have 3. I wonder which number is less than the other one. When I'm counting, I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Which number did I say first? Did I say the number 3 first, or did I say the number 4 first? Well, I stopped at the number 4, so I said the number 3 to begin with. 3 is less than 4. So how do we know? Since I have my red crayon, I'm going to go ahead and make my 3 red dots. Then I'm going to change to my blue, and I'm going to make my 4 blue dots. I can see that I have less red dots than I do blue dots because I have more blue. So 3 is less than 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase this and we'll go to the next page. Remember, you need to have all of this written down. So if you need to stop and pause, you can do that. And then you can always click play and go ahead and resume. This next page, I'm going to tell you what to do on each one, and then you're going to do it by yourself. So look at number 7. Look at number 7. We have a 3 and we have a 1. A 3 and a 1. What you're going to do is you're going to look at the 3 and the 1 and you're going to decide which number is less than the other one. Which number is smaller? Is the 1 less than the 3 or is the 3 less than the 1? And you're going to put an X on the one that is smallest, the one that is less than. Go ahead and pause the video while you do that, and then you can resume it. Okay, since you have your X on the one that you think is the smallest, is less than, you're going to draw how you know. You're going to tell me how you know by drawing your dots out from each one, the same number. Just like we did together on the other pages. It's the same thing we've been doing. Look at number 8. For number 8, we have a 4 and a 2. A 4 and a 2. Now for this one, you're going to tell me which number is greater than the other one and circle it. Or if they're the same, if they're equal, you're going to draw a circle around both. So look at the 4 and the 2. Are they the same number? If they're the same number, if both of them are the same, you're going to circle the whole thing because they're equal. If they're different, then you have to figure out which one is bigger, which one is greater than. Remember, greater than is the last one that we count when we're counting up to it. Go ahead and put a circle around which one is greater than the other one, the 4 or the 2, and pause the video while you do that, and then come back when you're finished. Since you've circled the one you think is greater than, now you have to draw your dots. You have to draw your dots out from each number to show me how you know which one is bigger. Now, number 9 and 10, they're getting a little bit tricky with us. Let's look at number 9. Do you see this number here? Can you tell me what number that is? That's a 5. Down here in this spot, you need to write a number that is equal to 5. Do you remember what equal to means? Do you think about it and write the number that is equal to 5? Go ahead and pause the video while you do that. Now, you have to draw pictures over here. From this number 5, draw your dots, and then from whatever number you wrote down here, draw those dots. Show me something that is equal to one another. For number 10, you're going to look at this number. Do you remember what number that is? Think about it. You could ask your mom or dad if you need help, but try to think of what number that is. Now, down here, you're going to write a number that is less than that. That is smaller. So this is a 2. So let's count. 1, 2. Well, we stopped at 2 because it's going to be the bigger number. What number that is smaller than 2 do you think you're going to write down here? Go ahead and write that number. Now, draw your dots. Draw your 2 dots, and then draw your dots for this one to show me that it is less than the 2. Okay, that's it for these pages today. Thank you for watching.